It's the taxes. He got taxes problem. It's the taxes that's killing him. So he trying to cash out. He was trying to fight, the world champ, the IBF world champ. I ain't gonna mention his name.
Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who say that you might be afraid? So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what?
Davis, Kesson, and Devin. This month at the light heavyweight division, we found David Bennett's to be the greater David between himself and David Morrell. Now, it's time for the two Davises to do the same. While their fights are 2 weeks apart, they have ignored their upcoming opponents and called each other out. While we're not sure if this will result in a fight, what actually happened was that on the day of his press conference, Keyshawn Davis called out Devon Tank, and the day after his weigh-in, Devon Davis responded in the most aggressive manner possible. It must have been a very difficult season for Keyshawn, who claimed to have been the target of racist taunts during his fight week, and if that wasn't enough, he was shoved by his opponent during their face-off, which Tank believes is the ideal, warning for him to never again mention his name.
He tried to fight the IBF world champ. He had to realize that's not a big enough fight, and he gonna probably lose that jump. So now he trying to come.
Keyshawn called out Tank a few months ago, and Tank responded on social media by saying that the contender is not worth mentioning. Stop chasing clout and do that. This little guy is fighting on Friday night, and Buddy, a cold idiot, is telling him to do something. It's interesting to note that Devon Davis hasn't changed his position this time, but even Keyshawn was quite harsh in his approach.
What has he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing.
You don't think he's better than any of the guys you
looking
face?
more better than him. The Keyshawn.
Speaking to Cigar Talk, Keyshawn stated that Tank and his team were concerned about the challenge man because he wants to see it for himself. Send a contract, and a guy will sign it outside of the potential money to be made. I will fight him with the same energy he's bringing. He can't do all the shenanigans and other things he's doing with other people, and I'm ready for that. He and his coach are aware that the bald-headed guy told me to just don't call Tank out for the remainder of the year so that I'll be too big to fight them anymore.
So you would rather
Straightening this nigga name, he haven't done nothing.
you rather fight Keyshawn?
Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who say that you might be afraid? So what do you say to those who might be saying that,
Once more while Keyshawn. Even though Davis will face Dennis Baroni for the first time on Friday, he still has his sights set on one of the biggest boxing stars. The businessman discussed a possible fight with Dan Tank on Fight Hub TV. Many fans would love to watch Davis during the bout. Keyshawn does not anticipate being asked to combat a Tank. I'd adore fighting Tanks. Keyshawn said that he lacked the courage to fight me, but I genuinely believe that he lacks the courage to see me on contract and engage in combat.
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of something, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurt us. Like, he don't have no heart.
Keyshawn, who won a silver medal at the 2021 Olympics, has risen quickly through the ranks and will compete for a world title in just his 13th professional bout. Keyshawn would be among the top lightweight champions, along with Vasyl Lomachenko, Shakur, Stevenson, and Tank. Any bout involving those four fighters would rank among the greatest in boxing. Although Keyshawn and Tank might have a compelling argument for being the best of the lot, Keyshawn stated he would not pursue a fight with Tank as massive as that one could be.
Winning basketball
Instead, he intends to construct his own route and follow it to its destination. Keyshawn also likened it to the circumstances with Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez, stating that there are two elite fighters, but one is awaiting the other to express interest in a possible fight. All I'm waiting on is a contract from you. Hey buddy, I feel like it's actually a really easy fight to make and it's definitely easy promoting it, Keane said, adding that everyone knows who the Aside is and what the hell is going on when it comes to me and him. That makes fighting easier. Sitting on stage at his pre-fight news conference, Keyshawn will compete against Berinchyk in a bout of undefeated fighters on Friday at Madison Square Garden for the lightweight division title of the World Boxing Organization. Keyshawn, a native of Norfolk. At the end of his first world title fight as a professional boxer, Davis reiterated what he anticipates hearing.
Just gotta stay there.
The 25-year-old has been steadily moving up the lightweight ranks, amassing a 120 record and growing star power. A title would further solidify his standing in the boxing world and a stacked lightweight division. "Just got Saint" are the words that would officially declare him the new WBO champion in the lightweight division. He was seated opposite his opponent, current title holder Berinchyk Davis, and he was adamant about Friday's outcome, predicting a knockout. Man, it's truly a blessing. I had a sense I was going to face him for the world title ever since he called my name after his most recent victory. But I never imagined it would take place at Madison Square. We could have fought anywhere. But I'm grateful to Top Rank and ESPN for believing in me enough to bring this fight to Madison Square. They wanted to make me their second headliner here at Madison Square because they realize I'm the sport's future. I want to address the fact that this guy came to America to give me bananas and watermelon with a note on it. It's unprofessional, and I feel like it's racist, and he just made this fight a little more personal, Davis said at the pre-fight press conference on Wednesday. With both fighters undefeated and a title on the line, the stakes for the fight were already high, Davis said. Davis.
And it was like, it's something here for you. And I wasn't there. My friend was there. He was asking what it was. And the guy just kept insisting.
You all heard me say, this man brought a box of bananas and a watermelon to America to bring to my room, and I interpreted it as racist. So, I got you something. He shared a picture of the item and a note on social media. Davis reiterated using. A translator, Berinchyk, a Ukrainian, reacted on stage. Since I read his statement in the media, I don't write or speak English. It's strange even to bring this up because some people with malicious intents created this claim in order to get attention.
Bring it in. So my friend was like, tell him, just bring it in. So he brought it in, and he don't open none of the stuff that I get. So I opened it, and there was a note with.
Davis reacted promptly. Davis has a reputation for doing amusing news conferences on Wednesdays, so it's all right that you all did it. I'll give you a whoop for it. So just come Friday night and know what's going to happen to you both. According to Berinchyk, Friday's battle would be his, and the press conference would be Davis's. Davis was not having any of that either, claiming that he adds entertaining performances to every part of fight week. Every time I fight, I put on performances before the fight, have fantastic weigh-ins, and have great press conferences. This is nothing new. The businessman is not performing a new act. The only things that are new are my haircut and this suit. On Friday night, you all know what I'm going to do. Friday. In November, at the Norfolk Berinchyk, Davis, also known as the businessman, decisively defeated Gustavo Lemos in the second round. He has a 190 record and is 36 years old. He hasn't competed since taking home the WBO lightweight belt in May 2024.
In the box, and then I opened it, it was a box opening. And I could tell how I was reading it. It wasn't nobody from America that wrote that. You know, we know how to speak proper English.
With a victory. Since the renowned Purnell Sweet P.E. Whitaker, Davis would become the first boxing world champion to win in the city of Norfolk. Dennis Baroni and Keyshawn Davis were not in love on the scales, even if it was Valentine's Day Eve. When he weighed in Thursday afternoon at Madison Square Garden's Theater in New York, Davis seemed far more composed than he did during a heated press conference on Wednesday. Dennis Berinchyk was similarly out of control. In addition, the message's final line read, "Businesswoman," and he referred to me as such yesterday. You all understand what I mean. So that's put after the two successfully made weight for their lightweight title battle on Thursday afternoon at Madison Square Garden's Theater. Ice and Other C's temper flared up. During their star down after the weigh-in of the undefeated, Davis, who was vying for his first world title on Friday night, insulted the defending WBO lightweight champion Baroni by caressing and pulling at the belt as it hung over Baroni's shoulder. When Davis flexed his muscles in front of him, the WBO lightweight champion stayed composed as they posed for pictures. However, Berinchyk shoved Davis in the back and forced him off the stage, which was slightly raised off the ground. Although security guards and others held them apart. Davis, who caught himself when one foot reached the floor and was unharmed, immediately leaped back up on stage and pursued Baroni.
Yeah, at the end of the message, you say businesswoman. He called me a businesswoman yesterday.
Right.
Saying, so that's the icing on the cake.
Davis told top-ranked Christina Poncher about boxing in his first world title fight, after Berinchyk was escorted out of the room where they weighed in. It doesn't matter if I'm rattled. Calm down. He's getting knocked out in the first round. Tomorrow night, Davis said, adding that he can say whatever he wants to say. If I'm rattled, okay, I'm rattled. If I'm not rattled, he's still going to get knocked out in the first round. The weight of the Davis 25 was 134. 2 kilohertz.
Everybody remain in your seats.
Although there are some clear differences between 2K yards and Davis, they are also similar in many ways. Both Berinchyk 190 and Davis 12 are undefeated and Olympic silver medalists, with the 36-year-old Berinchyk earning his medal at the 2012 London Games and the 25-year-old Davis earning his at the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo. Berinchyk left the stage following the altercation and declined to speak with top-ranked commentator Kristina Poncher-Baric, a Ukrainian who is defending the title he won last May with a split decision over Emmanuel Navarrete.